It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. This is Kevin Holland with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys.
He's doing it all, D.A. Thanks. Now the starting group for the visitors.
Here we go. Back on the Pac-12 Tournament court for this matchup between two rivals from Southern California, USC and UCLA. Here we go. Burrell facing off against Booker for the tip-off. Hey. Oof. Where are the announcers? Oh, let me draw the foul. Booker goes up for the shot. He scores.
Here's Bibbs. He tries for three.
Okay, Meridian with the rebound.
To begin the game. To the inside.
Well, Seme gets fouled as he attempted a layup.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
2 shots for no Seme.
That free throw missing.
Oh, fitting. 2 teams from California, and I get that earthquake shaking effect as I attempt the free throw. Got one in. All right, time to maintain this lead.
1 minute played. He's off on that one.
All right, Meridian with another rebound.
Impact the shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it,
come on.
The result is pretty much the same. Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Wise, but no Seme guarding. What is he doing?
6 on the shot clock. Here's Wise, and he banks it.
Oh, dude.
And once he got to the 10,
slightly behind Wise.
Find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Booker. Let's go.
Meridian. Oh, dude.
The back of the rim.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
This sends Bibb to the line. And he bibs.
That free throw.
All right, I'll take that free throw miss.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Here's Farrell. Booker outside. High post try.
Wilson Booker, there he is.
His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there. Immediately
Omega to Bibbs, and Bibbs goes for the fadeaway. He misses.
Gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game.
Yeah.
Passes to Booker. Good
Oh, wait.
by Booker. Gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to the kid. Booker outside. Here's the teardrop. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Inside. Here's Booker.
Oh, jeez. Unbelievable.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim.
Bobbled
He
the
just
ball,
loses a little
caused
bit of focus and
Bender to
misses.
reach him.
Yep, it counts. Doris
Influenced the
Brady
shot as the two was made, and USC calls timeout.
Height by 6 inches or more. They're called plus sixes, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts. Look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys,
I will see how these second stringers do.
One thing, but that length
King brings up the ball. Why did he advance forward? He draws the foul. I needed him to take a jump shot.
Those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
The first one falls. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life.
Auburn Robbins on the court for the Bruins.
Young women who are
as well as
college, looking
PJ Knowles.
to get ahead in their career. And what you've
Grab it. Nice, nice.
I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life
There
since
we
I
go.
was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works
King
harder.
on Knowles. Malak on Robbins.
If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history.
Yes.
The names are endless, but who would you
Keep it
run your
going.
offense through at that position?
Speed and the success there with the layup.
As knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation.
Spin,
Jokic
and
is
the
a
jump
guy
shot
who
misses
can
for
handle the ball
CJ
in
Knowles.
territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate.
We had Malak open, but Rygar finishes.
Just a great word to use. You're right.
And not hard to see why.
All
they're
this
giving
shot,
point
Chris
guards
Rygar
too many
gets his
good
first
looks
points of this
from in
semifinal
And
game.
in the early going here, pretty dreadful,
13-4, wow.
72%.
And the Bruins have to take a timeout with 1:11 left in the first quarter.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Gilchrist inbounding.
Here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. To the middle, here's Gilchrist, and he floats
You
in
gotta
for the
go.
easy
Sheesh.
two. Credit the assist on that one.
I go for the swap from behind.
Highly efficient play.
Too late to
Working off the
control my
screen,
man
getting
there.
to the cup.
Can't
Ooh,
get the
King no
putback.
good. Gilchrist
40 seconds
holding the
left to
ball.
play in the first. Pass to Powell. Shoots
Wait
over
a minute.
King.
Wait a minute. It's a mismatch.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two.
Hopefully he's
at
not
the
a good free throw
line.
shooter.
And that one
All
is
right.
And the second free throw, good. 34 seconds left to play in the first.
Ooh.
The pass to Martinez. And so the ball's out of
Still
bounds.
Trojans ball.
Touches it last.
I believe the ball went into the third row of seats. 19.5 seconds left on the game clock.
19 seconds left in the first. That's his second
Okay.
shot and his second basket. He's
2
for
more
2.
points for
And
Rygar.
that's a good shot for him. He can shoot it over almost anyone.
You want that mid-range game in your arsenal. You can't just be about threes and dunks. Sometimes this is a key shot.
From deep. And the last second.
A miss
attempt
by
is not
UCLA.
going for. And so
Sends
the
us
first quarter is in the
into the
books.
first quarter
The
break.
away team leading by 8. And
Score,
back in a moment as we'll get
USC
underway with
15,
quarter number 2.
UCLA 7. Right, a decent quarter by the Trojans.
One quarter of action so far.
The winner of this game moves on to face Arizona State in the Pac-12 Tournament Final.
Defense of that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball.
All right.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Kick out to King.
Screwed up that fast break.
From 18 feet away.
Good.
Jump shot is good.
Release looking a little like
King's
Stephen
got
Curry.
a pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going.
Kings plus minus should be on the good side. For the Trojans. Oh, wait a minute.
And can't hit the shot.
Another
After
hard
saying
foul
that,
to
so he'll head to the free throw line.
Simon Powell.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Rygar's first foul. All right, we're up by 10. Hopefully they'll miss at least one.
And he knocks down the first
Gets that one to go in.
He's
All
off
right,
on the
he missed
second.
one.
One of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And that'll be 2 free throws.
Melvin
coming up.
Omega
Officials
commits his
on the
first
call
foul.
with the
Sends Turner to the line.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second.
18-8 the score.
Here's Bibbs. No points in the game yet for him. On the wing, Booker. Passes it to Wise.
More control with our squad compared to the
Back to
previous
Booker.
game.
Shoots from the corner.
Right,
He
and they're
can't get it
missing
to
their
go.
shots as well.
It didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want.
Let me go all the way,
their offense
nope.
to create.
You know, it can be
Osame, though,
frustrating when you make the
finishes.
right
Nice,
play
nice, nice.
And fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And Booker able to finish.
Booker with the tip
Booker's
in.
got his first
Both
points of
teams
the
have a
night.
Booker on their squad.
UCLA's
UCLA's is named Dontrell.
Back to Turner.
USC's is named Wilson Booker.
Good D by Booker. And here we go. Here's Bibbs. That one a tad offline to the right.
Bibbs
but
with the
drops
two.
in for him. The visitors with the ball. Turner looking around. Shot from the top of the key. That's a miss.
Wow.
He's made one and missed one. High arcing shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
We're going out.
Bibbs just got his second bucket tonight.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Six to shoot. With the floater. No good that time.
Oh, come on.
Good D by Booker. And here's the fast break. Bibbs, no good. Gone only 2 of 7 from the field since
Pickett
the second
bringing
quarter
the
got
ball up.
underway. Pass to Martinez. Shot on the wing. Nope,
Wow.
not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Here's Bibbs. That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night
All right,
out,
UCLA's
sometimes
trimmed the
it's
lead to
about
4 with 2:53 left in the second quarter. Meridian checks back in as well as Rath.
They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works.
To the paint. Knocks it loose.
Oh, come on.
Here's the break. And here we go. Drains the jumper to finish the break.
UCLA inching closer.
Runs, and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
And stolen by Booker. And that one's good, Bibbs.
Now they're tied.
Bibbs has got
They
8
tied it
in the
up.
quarter.
Oh, Great ball movement there.
And there we go. We retake the lead. Nice three made by Braff.
Down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Booker outside. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of the game. He faded back on that one to give himself some room.
23-22.
Great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And Braff drives it up. He scores, and UCLA calls timeout.
Kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half. For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
.119 left in the first half of basketball. With nobody on him.
Noles got a green.
Gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Here's Booker. It's good. Only a few seconds
Booker.
into the shot clock.
Right in front of Knowles' face. Back to a three-point lead for USC.
The 50% mark from the field. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. 6 on the shot clock. It's deflected.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one
Wilson Booker
differentiator thus far. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA.
Take control of this game. Retake control.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Powell, and the layup's good off the glass.
And we're seeing some great.
Okay, shot clock turned off.
Gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Here's Booker. And the rejection by Jackson. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
So at halftime, the score in this Pac-12 Tournament Semifinal, USC 29, UCLA 26.
Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Checking out the visiting team. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive board. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And as we get into this,
Hey, only up by 3 points. Expected us to be up by maybe a little more than 5 at the half. We'll have to make do, and we'll have to get ourselves on a nice run here in the third quarter. So we don't start sweating in the fourth quarter.
Poked away.
Good turnover to start off for the second half. And Booker there with the jam, another one for him. That's his 10th point of the ball game.
Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weak Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams
we got here. Can we score? No, we got stripped. It's still our ball, though.
Is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the two best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. From the stripe, and he knocks down the
Good.
jumper. He's got 7.
Taking advantage of the height mismatch
And
between
here's
Brath
19.
and Omega.
They trail by 7. Pass to Booker. Can't hit from
Good
in
D.
close.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Meridian unable to score.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Booker pulls it in. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Not watching
All
the
right.
line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
They took away the ball and they committed a backcourt. For 2, no Seme though. Once again, another putback layup.
No resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a
That's
straight
his
buffet.
role, then so be
It
it.
is. It's a big one. And load the
Points are points.
Here's the kid. Nikolic, defended by Booker. The pass to Bibbs. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I gotta give credit to Bibbs drawing the
These
foul.
are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. No good on the free throw.
Gotta give credit to myself for fouling the right guy.
He hits the second
Bibbs
from the
1
line.
for 2 from the line.
Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Booker, right side. Fires, high post. Here's Farrell.
Didn't realize Farrell was driving to the hoop.
41% in this one.
Was a bit late on the putback try.
Here's Bibbs. Here's Booker. Off target at the rim.
Well, good. Villamore with the rebound.
43% in the third quarter. Kicks it out to Booker. A 3 ball. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got 6 rebounds in the game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All right, first foul for Booker. Nikolic gets two shots here.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Being in this game, 45%. Kicks to paint. The 3. They get it again. Defended
10
by
seconds.
Booker. Shot clock at 6. And it goes down.
There
to
we
2
go.
points.
It's Malak with
Gone 0
the
of
jump
3, and
shot
still
make.
looking for that first bucket here in the
Now up
second
by
half.
8.
Lobbed up there for Booker.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build.
Gotta
great
track your
team
man better.
chemistry.
Gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. 3-pointer, and the 3 ball is
Good.
good.
Found Villamore open there.
Giving him that time. There was nobody
Gets the
on him
3
on
in.
the free throw
UCLA
shot.
calls
Boy, don't give him
timeout
the
with
lights out.
2:43 remaining in the third quarter.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Passes it to Powell. This one for 3. The shot, no good. Gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Kick out to King. Just 5 on the clock. Goes back up, and it's
Good for Villamore.
Back to the rim and in. He has
13-5 run for the
They
Trojans.
continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
And it's King with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Hibbs can't believe the call. It's his second foul. Chris Rygaard to the line.
And the first one drops. And he makes both free throws.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a
Now up by
luxury to
13
have a
points
big
here in the
man
third
hit
quarter.
from the line at a consistent rate.
1:36 left in the third quarter of the game. Shot to stop the run.
Nice.
It's tipped.
He is just really.
Oh, don't
almost
no.
great for the other team. The shooting has just been.
Wow.
poor.
Whoops, they pick off the pass.
Turnovers galore.
1:19 left to play here in the third.
And the shot is good.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open. Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
1:15 left in the third. 1:09 left in the third. It's good.
Wow.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times.
Floater clinic there.
In the paint.
They've gotten half their
DJ
shots to drop
Knowles.
in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Pass to Payne, launches it.
Someone be there.
Controls
That's Rygar who was there.
And look at it.
Like a good Trojan, Chris Rygar was there.
Second chance opportunity.
Gets the Trojans at 48 total points.
Here in the second half, they're 2 of 8. And that one is off.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
It's blocked.
Oh, good block.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Off target with his 3.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard.
Another block
And it's denied.
from Powell.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
Meridian and Farrell check back in for USC with 17 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
17 seconds left to play in the third. And blocked.
Oh,
That one goes
Powell
careening
again.
off the glass. Here's Gilchrist. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
That's got
0.4.
players with such confidence and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
And so it's the visiting team.
The end of the third quarter. Score: USC 48, UCLA 35.
We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
They're just true artistry.
All right, the assist of the game.
Decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the
Rath
delivery?
the Villamore for the open 3.
Right in the pocket, and he
That's
knew
your
what to
assist
do
of the
once it
game.
was there.
USC has been in good shape through 3. Let's keep it up.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Pass to Farrell. The pass to King. And here's Booker from the arc.
Booker, nope.
Pulls it in.
King, take it away. Nope. Still in Knowles' possession. Now to Powell, now to Knowles. Foul by Jackson Jr. of the Bruins. USC's ball.
Back to Booker. And he converts the
All right. More
Big
points for Wilson Booker.
On defense, he recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Give us back the ball.
He got a little ahead of himself there, trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Doing well. They're at 45%. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play.
Wrath for three.
Nope.
Nope.
Off from three-point range. Shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Down low, Nikolic. Shooting foul.
Nikolic draws the foul.
Shoot 2 free throws. And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both.
All right.
Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Booker. Off with the layup. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by.
Nova Omega. What he does here. Oh, sheesh.
Here's the kid. The 3 gets the three-pointer to fall.
3 in. All right, let's start sinking our shots. Can't let them come back here in the fourth quarter. Ruin our tournament final chances.
Pass to Booker. Puts it up.
2-pointer on the way. No. Rebound by Wise.
Mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
It's stolen.
Get it.
Here's Farrell, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
They're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock in under 10 seconds from here on out.
Out to the
Gibbs.
wing. Here's Wise.
Wow.
He gets it to fall.
Big man
It's
3.
just a single-digit
Harold
lead.
Wise.
You know, he's been giving
Takes
them
that one.
points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
And another field goal in this total.
Good
Make
feed
it
to Booker.
7 for 14,
Add
shooting
2 to
50%.
USC score.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Bibbs. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
And with his game closing in on
Player
the foul
of this
buzzer,
game
take a look at our
is
Jordan
Chris
player of the game.
Rygar.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good
54-45.
positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
These fans have been stunned by his performance. Of all the players they thought might do the most damage against him tonight,
Awful
his
one
name was not high
on these
on the
guys.
list. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well during the break I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open 3, take it.
Wow.
Otherwise,
All right.
attack the rim.
Here we go
Put some
now.
Pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Making silly mistakes on the court late in the game.
And the call.
Oof,
on
almost
the
a
shot
score from
sends
Brath.
him to the line.
We'll get 2 free throws.
He's off on
Oh,
the
come on.
Good on the second free throw. Gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter.
What's going on here?
Booker in the post. Clock at 6. Here's the kid. Off target from
Oh,
outside.
nice. No, Samuel was there for the
Going
rebound.
in the fourth quarter. Payne with it. 1:29 left to play in the final.
Meridian, yes.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
8-point game. And here's Booker, and there's the whistle.
All right.
When a pick like that is questionable,
That'll help us maintain this lead
for the offense
in the last minute of the ball game.
I don't think there's any question, Greg. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's Payne from downtown, and he's good on the
Meridian
You can't just
had so much space in front of him. I was kind of shocked that he had enough space to hit that three.
It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Booker. To the middle. Nice move. And he sinks the lane.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They get the rebound.
No good. No, keep the ball. Keep the ball. Meridian stays hot.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of.
I know they named Rygar the player of the game, but Meridian, another contender.
Block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand. Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
All right, one shot here for Booker.
Free throw, good, Booker. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Now Turner. "16 feet away, off target." And
All
so
right,
it's a victory for the
USC moves on to the tournament final. They'll be facing Arizona State as they defeat UCLA in the semifinal game, 62-54.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Old, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.